Welcome back to my channel today. We explore the value of specific coins, the top 4 most valuable Abraham Wheat Penny coins value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny. But here's the catch. This coin is in dirty condition, which is something we'll definitely need to talk about. So, what's the value of a 1917 penny in this state? Let's dive in and find out. Now, the 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny is an important coin in the Wheat Penny series. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which is where the D mint mark comes from. This coin is a part of the WWI era, and while it's not considered particularly rare, it can still hold some value, especially when it's in great condition. However, this coin is in what we call dirty condition. You can see it's covered in grime, dirt, and possibly some old tarnish. While it might seem like the dirt could lower its value, it's important to know that even a dirty coin can have some worth, especially when it's an older piece like this one. When we talk about coin grading, dirty condition generally means the coin hasn't been properly cleaned or cared for. The dirt can obscure important details, and in numismatics, cleaning a coin improperly can actually lower its value. So, it's better to leave it as is and let the dirt be a part of its history. A 1917 in this kind of condition likely falls into a grade somewhere between good and very good. So, what's the market value of a 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny in dirty condition? Based on current trends, this coin is worth somewhere between $2 to $4. While it may not be as valuable as a clean, higher-grade specimen, it's still a piece of history, and collectors do pay for the year and mint mark, even in less than ideal condition. Now, if you're hoping to get more for your coin, the best option is to have it properly graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Even though it's dirty, they'll assess its actual grade and give you a more accurate value based on its condition. One important note here, do not clean your coin. Cleaning a coin improperly can seriously reduce its value, and numismatists generally recommend leaving dirt and tarnish as is. A coin's natural patina tells a story, and collectors appreciate that history. So, while a dirty 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny won't make you a fortune, it still holds value, especially considering its age and the fact that it's from the WWI era. And if you have it in a higher grade, you could be looking at even more money, so always check your coins carefully. Next up, the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark. But here's the catch. This penny is in bad condition. So, how much is it worth in today's market? Let's talk about it. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a part of a massive series that ran from 1909 to 1958. This coin, struck in 1937, doesn't have a mint mark, meaning it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. While the 1937 penny itself isn't particularly rare, its value can depend heavily on its condition, and if your coin is in bad shape, that's definitely going to impact how much it's worth. Now, when we say bad condition, we're talking about a coin with significant wear, scratches, and perhaps some discoloration. The details of Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse are worn down, and the reverse, featuring the wheat talks, is likely difficult to make out. It may even have some corrosion or other damage, which can make it harder to grade. In terms of grading, this coin would likely fall in the fair or good category, meaning it's seen a lot of circulation and wear. A coin in fair condition has major details worn away but still retains some recognizable features, while a good condition coin will be worn but still legible and identifiable. So what's the value of a 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny in bad condition today? Based on recent market trends, it typically ranges from 30 cents to $1. While that's not a huge amount, it's important to remember that even coins in poor condition can still have some value, especially older ones like this. Now, if you're hoping for a higher price, the coin would need to be in better condition, closer to fine, extra fine, or even uncirculated. But in bad condition, your best bet is somewhere in that low dollar range. Also, keep in mind that while condition is a huge factor in determining value, the market can fluctuate. If you're planning to sell, it's always a good idea to check auction sites like eBay or consult with professional dealers to get a more up-to-date idea of its value. Even in bad condition, a 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is still a piece of history, and for collectors, that adds to its charm. While you may not get rich off this one, if you have a collection of pennies, each coin tells a story, and that's what makes them valuable to the right person. Next up, the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with the D mint mark. This coin may not be as old as some of the classic wheat pennies, but it still has a lot of value, especially when it's in fine condition. So, what's a 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny worth in today's market? Let's find out. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. While the 1955 wheat penny in general isn't super rare, the value really depends on its condition, and today we're focusing on one in fine condition. So, what exactly does fine condition mean? In the world of coin grading, fine coins have moderate wear, but still show most of the important features clearly. For a 1955D, you'll be able to easily see the image of Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse will still have most of the wheat stalks visible, though the finer details may be worn down. It's not perfect, but it's still a decent-looking coin. To give you some perspective, fine coins have some wear, but the overall design is still intact. This is a step above the more heavily worn coins that fall into good or very good grades, where the details are much more worn away. So, how much is a 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny worth in fine condition today? Based on recent market trends, a 1955 D in fine condition is generally worth between $2 and $5. It's not a huge amount, but for a coin that's nearly 70 years old, it holds some solid value, especially if it's well cared for. Now, if you're wondering how to boost the value of your 1955 D penny, the key is in the grade. If you've got one in uncirculated or even extremely fine condition, you could see prices jump to $10, $15, or even higher, especially if it's in great shape. But in fine condition, you're generally looking at that $2 to $5 range. Of course, coin values can vary depending on factors like demand and market trends, so it's always a good idea to check online auction sites like eBay or consult with a professional coin dealer if you're thinking about selling your coin. Even though it's not the rarest penny in the world, the 1955 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, in fine condition, is still a great find for collectors. It's part of an iconic series, and for those of us who love collecting Lincoln pennies, it's always exciting to add a coin from the mid-20th century to the collection. Next up, the 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. If you've come across one of these in your collection, you might be wondering, how much is it worth today, especially in good condition? Well, stick around, because in this video, I'm going to break it all down for you. First, let's talk about what makes the 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny special. This coin was struck during the final years of World War I, and it features the classic wheat stalks on the reverse side, which is part of the famous wheat penny series that ran from 1909 to 1958. A 1918 penny without a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia making it a standard issue coin from that year. Now, when we say good condition, we're referring to a coin that has seen a lot of wear, but the basic features are still visible. For a 1918 penny, you'll be able to make out the date, and Lincoln's portrait will be a little worn but still recognizable. The reverse, with the wheat stalks, will show wear, but the overall design will still be discernible. It's a step up from a heavily damaged coin, but not as sharp as a coin in higher grades, like fine or very fine. In good condition, the coin's design is worn, and you might not see fine details on Lincoln's portrait, but the basic outline and features are still visible. It's what we call a circulated coin, one that has been used in everyday transactions for years. So, how much is a 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny worth in good condition today? Based on current market trends, you can typically expect a value of around $1.50 to $3 for a 1918 penny without a mint mark. While this isn't a rare coin by any means, it's still a piece of history that holds value due to its age and significance as part of the Wheat Penny series. Now, if you happen to have this coin in higher condition, like fine or very fine, it could be worth more, closer to $5 to $10 or even higher depending on the exact quality. And if your coin is in uncirculated condition, you might see values rise to $30 or more. But in good condition, we're sticking with that $1.50 to $3 range. Remember, coin values can fluctuate based on market conditions, demand, and even the coin's appeal to collectors. For the most accurate pricing, it's always a good idea to check auction sites like eBay or consult with a professional dealer to get a sense of the current market value. Even though the 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark might not make you a fortune, it's still a great coin to add to your collection. It's a beautiful reminder of the past, and for collectors, it's always exciting to own a piece of history from the early 20th century. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you and next time. Happy collecting!